माधव कुंज बिहारी जय श्री श्री राधा माधव की, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की। So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, The Creation of the Fourth Order, Chapter 20, Lord Vishnu's Appearance in the Sacrificial Arena, verse number 8, 4.20.8. य एवं संतम आत्मानं आत्मस्थं वेद पुरुष नाजयते प्रकृतिस्थो अपि तद्गुणैः स मयि स्थितः. The verse is on the board. Ye ya evam santam atmanam atmastham veda purusha na jayate prakrti stho api तद्गुणे समयि स्थितः. य एवं संतम आत्मानं आत्मा संवेद पुरुष न जयते प्रकृतिस्थो अपि तद्गुणे समयि स्थितः. एवं संतम आत्मानं आत्मस्थं वेद पुरुष न जयते प्रकृतिस्थो अपि तद्गुणैः स मयि स्थितः. य एवं संतम आत्मानं आत्मा संवेद पुरुष न जयते प्रकृतिस्थो अपि तद्गुणे समयि स्थितः. एवं संतम आत्मानं आत्मा संवेद पुरुषः न जायते प्रकृतिस्थो अपि तद्गुणे समयि स्थितः. य एवं संतम आत्मानं आत्मास्थं वेद पुरुषः न जयते प्रकृतिस्थो अपि तद्गुणे समयि स्थितः. य एवं संतम आत्मानं आत्मस्थं वेद पुरुषः न जयते प्रकृतिस्थो अपि तद्गुणे समयि स्थितः. Word to word meaning. Ya, anyone who, evam, thus, santam, existing, Atmanam, the individual Atma and the Supreme Personality of Godhead Paramatma. Atmastham, situated within his body. Veda knows. Purusha, person. Na, never. Ajyate, is affected. Prakriti, in material nature. Stha, situated. Api, although. Tadgune, by the material modes of nature. Sa, such a person. Mai, in me. Sthita, situated. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Although within the material nature, one who is thus situated in full knowledge of the Paramatma and Atma is never affected by the modes of material nature, for is always situated in my transcendental loving service. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead appears in this material world, he is not affected by the modes of material nature. Similarly, those who are always connected with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even though they be within the material body or the material world, are not affected by the material qualities. That is explained very nicely in Bhagavad Gita 14:26. Mam cha yo avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sa gunan samatityaitan brahma bhuvaya kalpate. One who is unflinchingly engaged in the devotional service of the Lord surpasses the material qualities and attains Brahma realization. In this connection, Srila Rupa Goswami says that if a person is always engaged in the service of the Lord with his body, words and mind, he is to be considered liberated, although living in the material world. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Agyantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Brinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So I am happy to be here with all the devotees and the blessings of beautiful Sri Sri Radha Gopinath in ISKCON Sydney. So we are discussing this section of Srimad Bhagavatam where Lord Vishnu is giving his instructions and transcendental knowledge to Prithu Maharaj as well as Indra and all the assembled sages. So here Lord Vishnu has come down from Vaikuntha to the earth planet to give his darshan to Prithu Maharaj because he is pleased with him. And why is pleased with him? Because he performed a yajna or because he cancelled a yajna? Prithu Maharaj cancelled his yajna and Lord Vishnu got pleased. Amazing. Prithu Maharaj was doing the yajna, but Lord Indra got envious. So he was putting obstacles in the yajna by stealing the horse in the disguise of various so-called sannyasis. So Prithu Maharaj got angry and he was ready to kill Indra. But the sages told, you are the Yajman, you are part of the yajna. When you are doing this auspicious yajna, you should not do violence. So you don't kill Indra. We will chant the mantras. Indra will fall in the fire. And in that way, the problem will be solved. So the sages chanted mantras, and then the final ahuti they were putting in the fire. If they had put that ahuti, Indra would have fallen in the fire. Lord Brahma came. He said, stop, don't do this. Don't kill Indra. Indra is very great personality. And all the demigods are under Indra. So if you kill Indra, then other demigods also will get affected. And they didn't have a replacement, sudden replacement. And he told Prithu Maharaj, just cancel your yajna because Indra is getting envious and all the adharma is being spread by Indra. Just cancel the yajna. And Prithu Maharaj cancelled his yajna. He didn't do yajna. The Yuga Dharma he didn't do. Because his higher authority told not to do. And Lord Vishnu got pleased. Lord Vishnu got pleased because Prithu Maharaj obeyed his authority. That's one very important lesson for all of us. In our ashram, in our spiritual life, we have authority. It may be our service in charge, it may be our parents, it may be our spiritual master, it may be managerial authority, it may be temple president, it may be GBC, it may be whoever. We have authority. And we should obey the authority. Not blindly, not if the authority tells to break 4 regulatory principles, but in general, we should obey the authority, and that pleases Krishna. Should obey the spiritual master, that pleases Krishna. Yasya prasadad bhagavad prasado. So when the Guru is pleased, Krishna is pleased. Disciple means discipline. One who is disciplined is called disciple. And the first step of discipline is obedience. So we have to obey Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. So Prithu Maharaj, he obeyed Lord Brahma and cancelled his yajna. And Lord Vishnu got pleased. And Lord Vishnu came down with Indra to make a peaceful resolution. And he requested Prithu Maharaj that Indra has come. He is regretting his behavior. He wants forgiveness. So you are a great devotee, you forgive him. And in that duration, Lord Vishnu gave lots of instructions to Prithu Maharaj and to Indra. Those instructions we are reading now, wherein Lord Vishnu is describing that how a person who understands that he is not this body, Atma Tattva, that I am soul, he doesn't indulges in material activities. He doesn't indulges in violence. He doesn't see the difference between two people, one is friend, one is enemy. That is duality. That is discrimination. Friend, enemy, good, bad, profit, loss, true, false, honor, dishonor. These are dualities. And when we come to the material world, we are under the three modes of material nature. Mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. So then we are called conditioned soul. Conditioned soul means the soul under the three modes. So when we are under the three modes, we have experience of dualities. There are two extremes, happiness and distress, hot and cold. And when there are two extremes, and we are under the modes, we have two different kind of behaviors. There's profit, we become happy. There's loss, we become distress. There's happiness, we want it more and more. There's distress, we want to reduce it. There is insult, we become upset. There is respect, we rejoice. So two dualities, two extremes, two different experience, and we have two different responses. Lord Vishnu is saying when a person understands he is not this body, he is soul, even though there are two dualities, even though there are two experiences, he have equal response. That is Sthita Pragya. That is a person who is liberated. When he has equal response to dualities. So such a person, he transcends the three modes of material nature. He goes beyond. How? By proper knowledge of my relationship with Krishna. I engage in the service of Krishna. Even though I am in the material world, I am beyond the material world. Just like in the prison. The prisoners stay in the prison and the prison officer also stays in the prison. Both have same address, but both are different. The prisoners are under the rules of prison. They can't just freely go out. They can't freely do anything and everything. Prison officer is at the same address, but is not under the rules of the prison. He has freedom more than the prisoners. He can go out and meet his family, eat and dine in restaurant, or go for Harinam. He has freedom. He doesn't have restrictions. It's not that after dark he cannot come out of his room. He is free, even though both are in same address. So a conditioned soul and a liberated soul may be in same city, Sydney, but one is under the three modes, one is liberated, one is not under the three modes. So it is possible to be in the material world, but not be affected by the three modes. And that happens by loving devotional service to Krishna. By bhakti this is possible. We have example of Bharat Maharaj, who in his next life became a deer, because at the time of death he thought of a deer. Bharat Maharaj was on a very advanced level of bhakti, but somehow he got attached to a deer. So much so that he forgot his bhakti to Krishna. The deer became so dear that he missed his japa and his other devotional activities. He was only absorbed in thinking of the enjoyment of deer. It became International Society for Deer Consciousness. Whole day deer, deer, deer. And he died thinking of the deer. So next life he was born in the body of a deer. But he still remembered his last life and the mistake he did. So in the body of the deer he didn't associate with other deers, stayed near an ashram. Very quickly he left the body of a deer and he was born as Jad Bharat, as the son of a Brahmana. Still he remembered his past life and he is already liberated now. So he didn't want to get entangled again. So he behaved like a blind, deaf, dumb, dull person, so that nobody likes him. So nobody gets close to him, so that he doesn't get attached to anybody. And that way, the three modes were not having any effect on him. His father tried to teach him so many things, but he would be like dull fellow, not learn anything. And after his father died, nobody took care of him. And his whoever guardians were there, brothers, step-brothers, they would give him dirty food, stale food, unpalatable food, yesterday's food, and burnt grains, and grains with worms, and he'll eat as it like a feast, because he would not eat for himself or for the tongue. He would eat just for the body and soul to be together. So somebody will neglect him, somebody will insult him, somebody will give him bad words. It will not affect him. He will not take bath, he will not wash his hands after toilet, and it will not affect him. So people are insulting, so generally a person becomes upset or angry. No good food, a person becomes sad. But nothing is affecting him. They would tell him to do a labor job and he would happily do. Any person in village would tell him anything to do, he will do. He would not be affected with profit and loss. He would not see anybody friend and enemy. So much so that some robbers caught him to give human sacrifice in front of Mother Kali. And he didn't protest it. He went for sacrifice and he went with them. And they bathed him, dressed him, garlanded him, gave him feast, and brought him in front of the deity, took a sword to kill him, and he was just there. He didn't run away, he didn't protect himself, he didn't defend himself. Who would do that? And when they were about to kill him, Mother Kali couldn't digest this. A pure Vaishnava being killed in front of her. She came from the deity broke. And she came out, took the same sword and killed all the robbers and played football with their head. And all her ghostly female ghosts, they drank the blood of those bodies. And this way Jad Bharat was protected. Then again King Raghugun was passing by the village. And they required somebody to carry the palanquin. They caught Jad Bharat, they said, come you carry. He didn't say no. He's a pure devotee of Krishna. He didn't say no. He started carrying the palanquin. And while the palanquin was on his shoulder, he was walking in erratic way because there were ants on the ground and he didn't wanted to step on the ant. So suddenly he will jump, suddenly he will go left and right, somebody he will pause, and the other three members of the palanquin, and there was no balance, and King Raghugan was getting affected. And he stopped and he chastised Jad Bharat. Jad Bharat had no effect. He continued carrying in the same erratic way. And he sarcastically spoke to Jad Bharat in an insulting way that you are mad and it seems you are very weak. Actually he was not weak. And it seems it's great burden on your shoulder. So many things he spoke. Jad Bharat had no effect. Finally, Jad Bharat gave him Atma Gyan and Raghugan got understood that he is a liberated personality. So Jad Bharat is a classic example of a person who is liberated, a person who is beyond the three modes of material nature, a person who is not affected by mode of goodness, passion and ignorance, even though he is in the material world. Even though somebody is insulting him, even though somebody is spitting on him, even though he is being neglected, even though he is being killed, even though he has been offered unpalatable food, even though he has been used for laborious work which has nothing to do with him, including carrying a palanquin of the king, but he is unaffected. That is a liberated personality who has a very different outlook of life. One more example is Vasudeva Pr. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling in South India, he came to a village and stayed in the house of Kurma Brahman. And whenever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would go, he would do kirtan on the streets of the village. And all the villagers would join and they become pure devotees, chanting and dancing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So same thing happened in that village. And next day morning Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left. When he was leaving, Kurma Brahman was crying. He said, Mahaprabhu, I'll also come with you. But Mahaprabhu said, no, you are a grahastha, you have wife and children. You should stay at home. He said, no, I can't leave without you. I'll go with you. But Mahaprabhu says, Sthane sthitita, wherever you are, you stay and practice bhakti. You invite your neighbors and friends and villagers and you do chanting and kirtan every day. And wherever I am, I will do kirtan and chant Hare Krishna. We will be connected through the holy name. And he left. Now in the same village there was one more devotee, Vasudev. And he was staying outside the village. He heard about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, came to the village. So he went early morning to meet. Now Vasudev, he had a skin disease, leprosy. So he had wounds all over his skin, all over his body, everywhere. And those were wet wounds. So all dirty liquid and yellow liquid and blood, red blood, would keep on oozing from his wounds and it will give him pain. And because of that, there was very bad smell from his body. So much so that if he is walking on the street, people will go on the other side of the street. Because such a bad smell was coming and it's a contagious disease. They were afraid they will also catch it. So Vasudeva will stay outside the village so that nobody feels disturbed by him. And whenever he is near any crowd, all the crowd will go in different direction so that they don't come in contact. Nobody will go close to him because of fear of getting the disease and because of bad smell. And all his wounds, they were germs who were eating his flesh. Imagine how much pain he was having. And when he would walk, because of his walking, the body will shake, the germs will fall down on the ground. What will he do? He will pick up the germs and keep it back in the flesh. Keep it back in the wound, thinking that if this germ doesn't get to eat my flesh, the germs will die. He would pick up the germs back and keep it on his wound. See what kind of compassion is this? This is beyond just ordinary morality. This is transcendental. Nobody can imitate this. This is beyond just goodness, of course, passion and ignorance. So he would keep back the germs. So finally he reached the house of Kurma Brahman. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had already gone. And he started crying, I didn't have darshan of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu had walked few kilometers. But he is Paramatma. He knows the heart of all living entities. He knows Vasudeva has come to meet me. He took a U-turn and walked back again just to meet Vasudeva. And he came, he saw Vasudeva. Actually they are strangers to each other. They have never met. And he saw Vasudeva. He came and embraced him. And Vasudeva was surprised. He said, I have so much wet wounds in my body, such a bad smell coming out of my body, or dirty liquid and yellow, black liquid and red blood is coming out. Nobody comes near me and everybody is afraid to touch me. And you are embracing me. Only God can do that. You must be God. Because only Krishna is transcendental. And only Krishna's devotees are transcendental. And because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced him and touched him, his body was cured. He was free from the disease. And he became very youthful and strong. He started crying. He said, my dear Lord, you must not have cured me. Now I will become proud that Lord cured me, Krishna cured me. You should not have done that. I was okay, diseased. See his humility. This disease was okay, at least I was humble. Now I'll be proud that I am cured by Lord Himself. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you go and whole day chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, pride will not touch you. So that's the solution for all our problems. Lust, anger, greed, pride, envy, illusion, or laziness, or violence, or bad habits, or distress, or stress, or mistress. All kind of problems, the solution is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that's Vasudeva. And like this there are devotees who go beyond the three modes. Beyond mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. How? By devotional service to Krishna. Bhakti can give us mukti. Bhakti can give us freedom from the conditional life. Freedom from these three modes. Under the three modes we have material desires. And because of material desires we do karma, actions, activities, efforts to fulfill those desires. And when we do karma, we get entangled, karma bandhan. We get entangled in the cycle of birth and death. And when the desires are fulfilled, we become happy. And when the desires are not fulfilled, we become sad, distressed, suffering. And out of millions of desires, very few will be fulfilled. Most will be unfulfilled. Everybody in the school wants to come first in the exam. Not everybody is going to come first. So when desires are not fulfilled, we become unhappy. Most of the time desires are not fulfilled, so most of the times we are unhappy. So this whole world is going on. Everybody in Sydney is running to become happy in the trains and buses and in the cars. But nobody is happy. So they make a list. If on the weekend I purchase these 5 items from mall, I'll be happy. So they go for shopping. But please understand, the owner of the mall has 50,000 items and is not happy. How will we be happy taking 5 out of those 50,000? That's not the way. Our unhappiness is because we are under the 3 modes, because we have material desires. So the only way is to purify our heart, clean this heart, cheto darpana marjanam, clean these material desires and material attachment. And the only solution for that is chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, worship the deities, because Krishna is transcendental. Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is beyond the modes. We are under the modes. Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is beyond the modes. The only way to come out of the modes is to take help from somebody who is out of the modes. So somebody is in the well, fallen in the well, cannot come out. Who can help? Only one who is outside the well. If somebody comes and says, oh, you are in the well, I'll also jump. And they jump. Will he help him after jumping? No. Then both will sit and cry. That's how everybody is helping each other. One person is crying, okay, I will sit and cry with you. So we both cry. That is not help. That is sympathy. This is third class sympathy. Sympathy means you cry, I will also come and cry with you. So he feels okay, somebody else is also supporting me. But actually no help. Help is a person outside throws a rope and says, catch the rope, I will pull it out. And the person in the well catches the rope. And the person outside pulls the rope and he comes out. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has sent a rope in Sydney. And that rope is Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Now we catch it and come out. Not just sit here and cry, but catch the rope. Catch our japa beads. Chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Minimum 16 rounds of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It's so nice, especially in the morning time in the temple hall after Mangalarti and Narsingha Aarti, Tulsi Aarti. We chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and of course Guru Puja class. And we become beyond the modes. Whole day we become busy with Krishna. Otherwise, the dukhalayam ashashvatam, this miserable world will continue. This miserable existence we will continue. This miserable experience we will continue. So the knowledge of Krishna and me means to know that I am soul, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and I am servant of Krishna. Jivera Swarupa Hoye, Krishnera Nitya Das. I am eternal servant of Krishna. So I should serve Krishna. People have so much time to serve a dog. They go with a dog on a walk. They bathe the dog. They feed the dog. They do shopping for the dog. They put the dog to sleep. They clean the shit of the dog. But they don't have time to chant Hare Krishna. What foolishness is this? You are part and parcel of God, not dog. But dog is my best friend. Arey, you just leave the rope, he will run away, he will never come back to you. How is your best friend? He is not even happy with you. He wants a female dog. This is not life. We are servants of God, not DOG. We are servants of Krishna. We are servants of God. We are part and parcel of Krishna. So we should serve Krishna. And by that service, we'll go beyond the modes. So even though we are in the material world, we'll be not affected to the material world. Like a lotus. Lotus flower comes in mud, but still spreads fragrance. It's not affected by the mud. It doesn't take the quality of the mud. Lotus is not dirty, but lotus is clean and is fragrant. So even though we are in the material world, we are clean. We can spread fragrance of Krishna consciousness to others. So that's the purpose of life. To revive our loving relationship with Krishna which we have forgotten. That's why Srila Prabhupada started this ISKCON society. So many temples, why one more temple? So that we get practice, we get training, we learn that I am servant of Krishna and I should serve Krishna. I should bow down to Krishna. I should chant the holy name of Krishna. I should serve the devotees of Krishna. I should dance in front of the deities. I should honor only prasadam. Should read Bhagavatam, hear Bhagavatam, associate with devotees. Prabhupada started this for this purpose. This is the goal of life. And if we miss this, then again next life, again we'll be born somewhere in the womb of the mother. And believe me, she will send you back to school. Again we'll have to study A, B, C, D, and 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. And Baba black sheep. Why you want to do this again? We already did for 25 years, millions of times. Only foolish person will like to do this again. An intelligent person would like to stop this business, go back to Krishna. So we should be determined. We should be serious. We should forget all other considerations and make sure we serve Krishna. Make sure we do our sadhana, especially our 16 rounds, minimum 16 rounds every day. So this life is last life. Krishna is waiting for us in the spiritual world. Since how many years he is waiting, do you know? Millions and millions, infinite years. He loves us so much. Somebody who is waiting for you since millions of years, forget love, forget love. At least courtesy-wise go back and say, hey, why, what are you waiting? What is happening? If somebody is waiting for you for 5 hours on the street, would you not come outside the house, hey, what is happening? Why are you waiting? This person waiting for millions of years. Whether Krishna Prem we have or not, at least courtesy we have, that let me go back and ask him, why are you waiting? What do you want? So this should be the goal of life, to go back to Krishna. And ISKCON is giving us that opportunity. Srila Prabhupada is giving us that opportunity. The association of devotees giving us this opportunity to go back to Krishna. So we should be very serious about it. How many more years we have? Very less. When we'll die, we don't know. Even if you consider half age is gone, half is remaining. So very few years we have. So this years we use it in the service of Krishna and go back to Krishna. So Srimad Bhagavatam is inviting us. Lord Vishnu is instructing, if you engage in my transcendental loving service, then you will be beyond the 3 modes. You will be free from the 3 modes. Free from the 3 modes, free from the conditional life, means free from the cycle of birth and death. So no more birth in Sydney. Go to spiritual world. So let's accept this invitation and go back to Krishna. Okay? We'll end here. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Are there any comments or questions? You may please ask. Yes, Ravi Shankar Prabhu.
What does exactly full knowledge as mentioned in the translation equal? Is it just the knowledge or application, realization, all those stuff?
Yeah, full knowledge here means to have very clear understanding that I am soul and Krishna is God, Supreme Personality of Godhead, and I am servant of Krishna. So there are misconceptions. See, there is Jiva, Prakriti and Ishwar. Jiva is soul, Prakriti is material nature, Ishwar is God. So these 3 are different. That is full knowledge. That they have Jiva and Prakriti are dependent on God. That is full knowledge. Somebody thinks Ishwar is same as Prakriti. This nature is God. That is atheism. Somebody thinks that Ishwar is same as Jiva. I am God. That's Mayavad. Somebody thinks that Jiva is same as Prakriti. That's the most intelligent class of people called scientists. That we are all Prakriti, chemicals. We are not souls. Life is chemicals. Jiva is equal to Prakriti. Jiva is matter. So all three, these equations are wrong. One who understands Jiva, Prakriti, Ishvara are different, and Jiva is dependent on Ishvara. Ishvara is a maintainer and creator and controller. That's full knowledge. Okay? Next question. Yes, Edward. Yeah. Okay, Mukti, one understanding of Mukti is merging in Krishna's Brahma Jyoti. Vaishnavas don't want that, Sayujya. Here we are talking about being free from three modes. Maybe I'll continue my service in the material world, no problem. I don't want Mukti in the sense I don't want to go back to spiritual world. At the same time, being free from three modes is essential so that there is no restrictions in my service to Krishna. If I am under the three modes, I am impure. And service to Krishna can be done only in pure consciousness. Yeah? So we are not talking about mukti in terms of going back to the spiritual world. We are talking about free from this material nature. The influence of three modes makes us conditioned, makes us be under the influence of dualities. Friend, enemy, happiness, distress, gives us material desires. And that's not pure devotional service. At the same time, this verse is not talking about somebody desiring that. This verse is talking about it's easily obtainable to those who serve Krishna. It's easy to come out of the three modes when we serve Krishna. Is that okay? Yeah. Next question. Yes, Chandan Charitra Prabhu. Yes. Chandan Charitra. Sorry, Chandan Charitra Prabhu. Yeah.
This is not the question, but you mentioned about the overstay till he was, but still he was not protesting. So sounds very, it's like very too extreme. Very highly, looks like, sounds like he's very highly established in the relation to Krishna, full faith in Krishna's protection.
Right. And also two more things. He is very clear, I am not this body. And he is very clear that death is in Krishna's hands, not in the robber's hand. If Krishna wants me to die, I'll die. And what will happen after I die? I go back to the spiritual world. Who doesn't want to go back to the spiritual world? Right? If you have a ticket to Vrindavan, would you be crying, I am leaving Sydney? Will you be happy, I am going to Vrindavan? So if somebody leaving the material body and going to the spiritual world, he'll be happy, not crying that I am leaving my village. So after that I'll go to the spiritual world, he's happy about it. And he knows I am not his body, they are going to kill the body, not the soul. Right? So there is no attachment. And more than that, he knows it's in Krishna's hands, not in his hands. If Krishna wants me to die, I'll die. Krishna doesn't want me to die, they can't kill me. So that's faith. Right? So we should do that. Right? If somebody comes and cuts this cloth, of course it's a temple property, we should be protective. But in general, who will get affected? Not mine. Don't do that, I'm just saying. But somebody cuts this cloth, hey, my shirt! How can you cut my shirt? It's my. Jadbharat had no my. My body, no. I am soul. No my. So when there is no my, you are not affected over the loss. Right? Okay?
You give an example of Jadakarta. It's very hard to emulate his position, isn't it? No, it's really like an extreme case, isn't it? And also I think Narada Muni was saying to Yudhishthira Maharaj, when he talks about Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha being demons, he says that it's very hard to emulate him rather than we actually offer like a become a best devotee rather than build up like Kamsa by remembering Krishna. If we actually, so similarly it's very hard to emulate or even follow in the footsteps of Jadbharata. It's not possible. I mean, it's very hard, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's hard and rare. The purpose of that reading and discussion is not to become Jadbharat from tomorrow. It is to understand that he was on such a high platform, and such high platform is possible by devotional service. So the inspiration is I start doing my devotional service. Right? So we do devotional service. Devotional is a very powerful process. It can take us away from the three modes, like it happened with Jadbharat. Yeah? Next question. Ian.
Problems of living in state duality.
Non-duality, happiness and distress. Non-duality is happiness and happiness. Only one point. Profit and loss. In spiritual world there is profit and profit. Auspicious and inauspicious. In spiritual world, it's auspicious and auspicious. In fact, there is no and, there is only one. Only service to Krishna, only love. There is no enmity, there is no hatred, there is no loss, there is no suffering, there is no birth, there is no death, there is no old age, there is no disease. And you'll be happy to know in the spiritual world there are no bills. You don't have to pay them. That's spiritual world. Equality, no duality, equality. Everything is Satchidananda Vigraha, spiritual in nature, Ananda, full of bliss. Okay? Yes, Mataji.
Is it right to understand that everything is in the consciousness, so one can accumulate wealth or one can study as much as possible, but the consciousness should be that I'm doing it for Krishna and I don't need to, for example, if let's say we want to save on taxes, so one has to buy some investment property. So is that okay thinking I'm wanting to save money on taxes, but I'm investing, but my consciousness is I want to serve the Lord.
Yeah, it is okay to think like that, but at the same time we should put into action also that money we should give to Gopinath. Right? So we should have a desire to serve Krishna, do our material duties, and the result of those material duties we should give to Krishna. And we should chant our rounds. We should be doing very nice sadhana. Okay? Next question. Yes, Shivan.
When we cross the situation of duality, when we actually make it in spiritual world, do we acquire a position in the spiritual world or it is bestowed on us?
Well, we already have a position in the spiritual world right now, but we have left it.
If we
Well, we are missing our service. Krishna is not missing, somebody else is serving him, but we are missing. So, is there a vacancy? From our side, yes, we have left, but from Krishna's side, no. He is being taken care. For example, somebody doesn't do arti today, who is allotted. Gopinath will still get his arti. Somebody else will fill in. The one who didn't do, he lost his opportunity. Right? So, we have a position in the spiritual world which we have forgotten and come to Sydney. Now we have to go back. And the same position we will continue eternally. So there is no allotment, it's already there, fixed, eternal, constitutional, permanent, natural, and we just have to go back and fit ourselves back. Like a screw in a big machine, falls down on the street, everybody kicks, no value. But if somebody picks up the screw and puts in the machine, it will do its job. Right? Okay? So we have to go back. That's called reviving our relationship with Krishna, re-establishing our relationship with Krishna, going from conditional life to constitutional life. Fish going back to water. Then the fish will be happy. So we go back to Krishna. Okay, Shivan? Yes, Prabhu.
So even though there is no dearth of service for Krishna, if we actually do our service, he'll be more pleased. Can we say?
Yes, yes. It's like there's a Rajbhog cooked for Krishna, all done. But you cook one more item, he'll be happy. Without that item, he's not going to go hungry. Gopinath will still have his fill. But if you cook one more item, he'll be happy. Right? Rajbhog is offered, somebody brings one mango or banana, add him to the plate, he'll be happy. Bring some extra flowers, he'll be happy. And we will get benefit. Okay? Yes, Edward.
Sometimes Prabhupada says upwards that one who just chants Hare Krishna once, or one who engages in devotional service, is immediately liberated, immediately achieves liberation. Does that imply that we have properly done devotional service, or that we just don't realize that we've already achieved liberation?
Well, just like a statement can be made, if you touch grass to fire, the grass will catch fire. That's a correct statement. So if the grass is dry, it will catch fire immediately. If the grass is wet, it will catch fire after some time. But actually during this time, it is still catching fire. What is happening is the fire is making the wet grass dry. That is also catching fire only, but it's not burning. Why? Because the wetness is there. So that's getting evaporated, or heat is... So heat is taking away the wetness. That is also burning only. Right? So in the same way, when we are wet with passion and ignorance and we chant Hare Krishna, the holy name destroys the passion and ignorance. We come in goodness, then we catch fire. But before that also we are catching fire only, but what is happening is the burning of dirty things is happening. So then the fire will be visible. Right? So the holy name is acting on us. The interesting thing is, today morning I chanted and became dry. So tomorrow if I chant, I should catch fire. But daytime again I become wet. And next day I chant, Gopinath says, oh, yesterday he became dry, what happened to this fellow again? Every day I am drying him up. So daytime we should be very careful, no offenses, no breaking of 4 regulative principles, no sense gratification. So next day we'll catch fire. Right? So passion and ignorance are 24 hours influencing us. So 24 hours we should protect ourselves by being engaged in Krishna service. Okay? Hare Krishna. Next question. Okay? Happy? Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Oh Krishna. I need some guest is there at 4 p.m. I want to give him some sweets.
Check with the sweets.
In Rajbhog you offer some sweets or some dry prasad?
I think so. You should say for problem.